welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma. I make teaching content, lifestyle content, baby and pregnancy content, and I would love for you to subscribe if you are not already. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for being here. I feel like we have quite a bit to catch up on, so today we're doing a little pregnancy Q&A. I asked you over on my Instagram, which is Elementary with Emma. If you don't already follow me, make sure to go follow me. So I just kind of compiled a little list on my phone, and I'm just gonna kind of go down the list, update you, answer your questions, and catch up with you. I also want to say, if you have not already seen all of my other pregnancy videos, I have a whole playlist started on my channel. I have a little announcement video, which has my gender reveal. I also have a first trimester vlog, and I also have a video of finding out that I'm pregnant and telling my husband that we're pregnant. So if you've not seen all three of those videos, go check them out in that playlist. All right, so the most asked question by far was, how have I been feeling? Which is so sweet of you. I had so many people ask how I've been feeling, how I've been holding up, how am I doing? Not great. I am almost 17 weeks now, which is kind of crazy. And so I'm out of the first trimester. I am a few weeks into the second trimester, and I'm still not 100% myself yet. I'm definitely better, thank goodness. It is not as bad as it was in that first trimester. I have a lot of pregnancy apps, and they all keep telling me that I should feel amazing right now, and I should feel completely like myself. I should have all the energy, and I shouldn't be nauseous anymore. And that is not at all what I'm experiencing. I just think I've had a little bit rougher pregnancy, and that's okay, but it has not been sunshine and rainbows whatsoever. I am better, even though I'm not myself and I'm not normal. I am grateful that I am not as miserable. And I don't want you to ever think that because I say I'm not feeling well or I don't love every second of pregnancy, that means I'm not grateful to be pregnant. Every single day, I pray about how grateful I am for her and for this pregnancy, and that we're still going and she's still growing and we're healthy. So that's my physical health. In terms of like my mental health and how I've been doing, I am definitely feeling like the weight of pregnancy. I think being so miserably sick for so many days in a row really took it out of me. I don't feel like myself. I have so many hormones going through my body. That's like my number one goal right now, is to just focus on my mental health and trying to take better care of my mental health, especially with being on summer break. What were my first signs and symptoms that I was pregnant? I truly did not know I was pregnant. However, there were a couple of things that happened that I was like, I had a lot of like chest acne and back acne, which is nasty, but like that is not something that I really dealt with. It was kind of just all of a sudden, and I was like, okay, that's a little weird. And I was also starving. I just could not eat enough. I was so hungry, and that was a really big sign for me. Those are really the only things that stood out to me, because I found out so stinking early that I really didn't have time to really get any other symptoms because I tested so early. Have I had any cravings or food aversions? There was like a month period where I had to eat constantly because I was so sick. I literally had to eat like a small meal every 1 to 2 hours or I would throw up. Like, I'm not just talking like some crackers, like I needed to eat and feast every couple of hours. Sometimes I would really crave a certain meal, like one time I really craved Arby's roast beef sandwich, which I have not had for years. So I went and got that after school for dinner. In that moment, that's all that I wanted, and it was so delicious. And then I never ate it again. So it's little things like that where like in the moment, I'm craving it, but it's nothing consistent. Like once I eat it, I'm like over it. Also, pickles. When I think of like pregnancy cravings, I always think of people craving pickles. They hit so different when you're pregnant. I don't know what it is, but I have gone through pickle jar after pickle jar because so good. I eat a lot of cereal. I've definitely been craving more salty things over sweet things, which is not like me at all. And then food aversions, I have for sure had some food aversions. My number one aversion is heartbreaking to me, and that is coffee. Not all coffee, but hot coffee, it literally triggers me. And even when Michael like makes his coffee in the morning, I can't even be in the kitchen. I love hot coffee. I prefer it, and I definitely miss it, but Can't do it. If you have been watching my vlogs for a while, then you know that when I film like my week in my lives, my morning, I always film me pouring my cup of coffee. And if you go back, now that you know, you can see like the transition of when I stop using hot coffee in the morning and pouring myself a cup of hot coffee, and I start pouring myself iced coffee every morning because that is literally all I can drink. Okay, did I tell my students? I did not, because I had not announced to anybody before we left like for summer that I was pregnant, and I knew I wouldn't for a while. I was very slow in telling people this pregnancy, and also I was so miserable and really struggling mentally that I just didn't have it in me to share this exciting news and be super excited. Not that I wasn't excited, but I didn't have it in me. Like, I didn't have the energy. I wasn't feeling like myself. And I did not want to share the news until I felt ready and I felt more like myself. And so I did not end up telling my class. The next question is, when did I tell like my coworkers and my principal? I told my first grade team, which are like some of my sweetest, closest friends, when I was 9 weeks, 9 or 10. And then I told my principal a couple weeks after that, I think like the last week of school or maybe the week before the last week of school. I told my principal. She was incredibly sweet. So was my team. They helped me out the last like couple weeks of school, which was really nice because it was a hard last like month or two of school. Couple questions about the gender of our baby. When did we find out the gender? What did I think it was before we found out? So if you have not watched our announcement video, because I got a couple questions asking what we're having, go watch our announcement video because it's actually a gender reveal within our announcement. We found out the gender with the like DNA blood test that you can get at 10 weeks. I believe I got it at 12 or 13 weeks. And in the gender reveal, you can see the literal shock on my face. I would have been thrilled either way, genuinely. But I was so convinced that it was a boy from the day I found out I was pregnant. I called it a boy, called it he. I didn't even buy anything that was even remotely girly. Like, I had been like thrifting some clothes here and there and finding little things and adding little things to our registry. All of it was like for a boy. Obviously it was a 50-50 chance, but like my gut just said boy from literally the day I found out I was pregnant. I was like, it's a boy. So when I found out it was a girl, you can see the shock on my face because I was shook and I had to go look at the letter because I did not believe it. I'm thrilled it's a girl. I think Michael will be an absolutely incredible girl dad. He thought it was a girl the whole time. So of course he was so pumped and excited because he was right. I still am like trying to get used to the fact that it's a girl because I had convinced myself for 3 months that it was a boy. How was teaching during the first trimester? You can probably guess. I kind of hinted at it in my first year recap video, how it was a hard year when you just take school into consideration, and that had nothing to do with things going on outside of school. And now you kind of know what I meant by that. On top of experiencing the end of the school year for the first time, and also experiencing 5-day teaching for the first time, because we were all the different scenarios all year, and we went back full 5 days right when I found out I was pregnant. And I was like, are you kidding me? By the time the end of the school year came around, I was just exhausted mentally and physically. And then I got pregnant. And I'm thrilled that I'm pregnant, but that like those 2 months, April and May, were some of the hardest months ever. Will I be taking any time off of teaching? So lots of questions about next year and what my plans are. I will be taking maternity leave and then I will be returning to teaching. I'm not gonna like quit next year. She's not due till December. So I will probably be gone from winter break until spring break because our spring break is at the beginning of March. That's my general plan right now. I don't know. You know, what happens, and we'll kind of just play it by ear and see how it goes and what I'm allowed to do. And also when she decides to come, because, you know, that's not on my time either. But I'm not gonna quit teaching next year, and I will probably return the year after that. Once I have more than one kid, don't know if I will keep teaching, but at least for this pregnancy, I'm going to keep teaching. How am I preparing? I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos of just like lifestyle vloggers and mom vloggers and people who are in very similar situations as me, or like around my age, different like Christian moms, and just trying to kind of see an insight of what it's like, what I need to mentally prepare for. But if you have any advice for things that I can be doing to prepare, let me know. I really don't know what there is to do to prepare. What has been the hardest part of pregnancy? I think the hardest part has been the anxiety behind it all, and just navigating, you know, my mental health while also navigating my physical health. Pregnancy can feel very isolating because I am the only one who is experiencing this right now. Like, I am the only one who can be pregnant with this baby girl and who is experiencing all of these symptoms and feelings and hormones and emotions. And even though I have a great support system and my husband is great and my family and friends are great, they are not going through what I'm going through, and they can't really do anything to alleviate any of my problems. Like, they can support me, they can help me, but they can't take any of the pain and like the, you know, the struggles away. And that's really hard, and that makes it very isolating, and that's something that I was not really prepared for. So I think that's been the hardest part, is just navigating all of that, trying to take care of myself. It's a big responsibility, and I'm thrilled to do it, and I'm grateful for it. But yeah. What are you most excited for? Obviously, the thing I'm most excited for is just to meet her, to not be pregnant anymore. However, if we're just thinking about like the most excited for in pregnancy, I am really excited to start feeling her move, because I could literally start feeling her at any point now. Some people say it starts as early as 16 weeks, so it could come any day. The farther along I've gotten, especially since finding out it's a girl and telling everybody, it's just felt so much more real and more special, and makes me so excited to meet her. Like, it makes it so much more real for me that at the end of this we get to start our little family, and I'm so excited for that. Obviously, like, that's the end goal. Was it hard to hide it at school, and was it hard to hide it while you were vlogging? It was really hard at school. This year though, I did not have any like paras in my room, which made it a little easier, because like if I were ever just feeling super sick when I was teaching, or if I needed to stop and eat something, or I was going to get sick, I could give my kids something to do and go sit down and take a minute and eat a snack. And it's not like there was like another adult in the room being like, are you good? Like, what's going on? So that wasn't too hard. And I never actually got sick at school. Hallelujah, thank goodness. It was mainly just like the mornings and the evenings when I was at home, which I was super grateful for. Once I was at school, I wouldn't feel wonderful, but it wasn't as bad as when I was at home. So that was a little bit easier to hide. I definitely had to like not include certain things in vlogs, because at certain angles you could like see my little belly. It was really hard to vlog when I was super sick. I definitely did not vlog nearly as much. Like, I took time off vlogging. I think there were like 3 weeks where I didn't vlog at all, and I think I just blamed it on being super busy with the end of the year. But it was really because I was so sick I could not even fathom vlogging, much less coming home and then editing that vlog, because all I did was sleep when I got home. So that was hard to juggle and hard to be like normal on the internet. I'm gonna end with this one, because this one I got a ton, and it was about her name, if we have any picked out, baby names that I like and won't use, or if we're going to share her name or keep it a secret till she's born. Lots of questions about her name. We've got like a list, like a long list of names we love. There's just so many beautiful names that we love. And then there are, of course, names that I really love that Michael does not, or vice versa. We don't have a name picked out. We do have some favorites, but I think we will probably wait to share with anybody really until she's born. Not because I want it to be really dramatic and be a surprise and this big name reveal, but because I want to see her before I say, yes, this is her name. I don't really want to spend the next like 6 months calling my belly something, and then she comes out and I'm like, that does not look like so-and-so. So I think we're gonna wait till she's born, not to be, you know, dramatic, but I just want to see her before I give her name. I feel like naming a child is such a big responsibility. It feels like a really big decision, and we both really prefer like the classic names. We don't want it to be like one of those, you know, new like hip names. It's not my jam. I love watching those videos that are like baby names we love but won't be using. I don't know if I would ever make one. Let me know if you'd want to see that. I love watching those videos, and I like love to get inspiration from them and add them to my little very long list of names. But yeah, time will tell, I guess. With that, I think I'm gonna end this little pregnancy Q&A. I hope that you enjoyed. I think I kind of want to do a little update or Q&A or something like this, maybe every like trimester. So at the end of the second trimester, I'll do one. Maybe like towards the end of my pregnancy, I'll do one. So if you think of any other questions, leave them down below so that I can answer them in the next catch-up Q&A that I do. Thank you so much for watching and for being here and for supporting me and this little baby, and we are so thankful for you. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.